Incoming stitch.
Thanks, Caroline. Just real quick, you mentioned the inflation executive order the president signed, but egg prices have skyrocketed since President Trump took office. So what specifically is he doing to lower those costs for Americans?
Really glad you brought this up, because there is a lot of reporting out there that is putting the onus on this White House for the increased cost of eggs. I would like to point out to each and every one of you that in 2024, when Joe Biden was in the Oval Office, or upstairs in the residence sleeping, I'm not so sure, egg prices increased 65% in this country. We also have seen the cost of everything, not just eggs. Bacon, groceries, gasoline have increased because of the inflationary policies of the last administration. As far as the egg shortage, what's also contributing to that is that the Biden administration in the Department of Agriculture directed the mass killing of more than 100 million chickens.
If there's one thing I like, it's transparency. And unfortunately, this press secretary is not being that transparent in the sense that she does not provide the additional information that would kind of help justify, I guess, the killing of the 100 million chickens that did increase the prices of eggs and chicken, etc. It's bird flu. Allegedly, some of these birds had contracted bird flu, and in a farm, if one bird had tested positive for bird flu, they kill them all to avoid the spread and whatever. Allegedly, they also were using a PCR test, which I don't know if you know, but is not an actual accurate way of detecting viral pathogens. It creates a lot of false positives, but that's debatable, or arguable or whatever. Just the guy that invented them kind of said that, but I don't know. Right before his death in 2019. His name was Kary Mullis, but anyways. The lack thereof transparency is something that both parties do, and it's unfortunate because they do usually like to put the blame and put the whatever. It's definitely not Trump's fault, but at the same time, they don't help provide the extra reasoning as to why these, chickens have gotten killed and the cost of eggs are increased, and that if not lowered and stuff like that. But it just makes sense.
Which has led to a lack of chicken supply in this country, therefore a lack of egg supply, which is leading to the shortage. So I will leave you with this point. This is an example of why it's so incredibly important that the Senate moves swiftly to confirm all of President Trump's nominees, including his nominee for the United States Department of Agriculture, Brooke Rollins, who is already speaking with Kevin Hassett, who's leading the economic team here at the White House, on how we can address the egg shortage in this country. As for costs, I laid out the plethora of ways that President Trump has addressed saving costs for the American people over the past week. He looks forward to continuing to doing that in the days ahead. Thank you guys so much.
One more border question.
Are Medicaid portals down in all 50 states?